Bum, bum, bum. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, Harris and Kamala Harris, not Sarah Harris, by the way, have spoke out and stepped up as the resistance against fascism, aka Donald Trump, winds up. What do I mean by that? Well, let's just take a look at this reporting by the informant. This article, like I said, is by the Washington Informant. The article is titled Harris, Obama, and Booker step up as resistance against Trump takes shape. And ladies and gentlemen, the article reads, former President Barack Obama and former Vice President Kamala Harris have entered the public fray, joining Democratic voices like New Jersey Senator Cory and Texas Representative Jasmine Crockett in confronting Republican President Donald Trump and his administration's sweeping changes head on. After months of relative silence following her defeat to Trump last November, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, she did not actually realistically legally lose the election. Donald Trump just had his corrupt daddy of Elon Musk buy the election illegally for him. Harris returned to the spotlight Thursday during a rare appearance at the Leading Woman Defiant conference at a seaside resort in Dana Point, California. According to the Los Angeles Times, she didn't mention Trump by name, but spoke forcefully about the anxiety many Americans are experiencing under his new illegal, unlawful, and unconstitutional administration, might I add. My editorial's note. There is a sense of fear that is taking hold in our country, and I understand it, Harris said, adding, these are the things that we are witnessing each day in these last few months in our country, and it understandably creates a great sense of fear because, there were many things that we knew would happen, many things. You mean like Putin currently sitting in Kyiv right now, doing whatever the fuck he wants because of Donald Trump? like Harris warned, and the fact that Donald Trump is currently acting like an oligarchy wannabe dictator. Then she delivered a line that was quite pointed. "I'm not here to say I told you so." She continued to a roar of laughter. "I swear I wasn't going to say that." The appearance marked a shift in tone for Harris, who has been weighing a potential run for governor of California in 2026 or waiting until 2028 for another shot at the presidency. Still, she clarified that her political silence hasn't equated to surrender. "We can't go out there and do battle if we don't take care of ourselves and each other," Harris told the crowd, adding, "I'll see you out there. I'm not going anywhere." Obama, meanwhile, broke his silence during an appearance at Hamilton College in New York, offering one of his sharpest public critiques yet of Trump's second term. He condemned Trump's attempts to reshape the federal government, stifle dissent, and punish those who oppose his policies. "So, this is the first time I've been speaking publicly for a while," Obama said. "I've been watching for a little bit." He put Trump's actions into perspective. "Imagine if I told you, or if I had done any of this," Obama said, and added, "It's unimaginable that the same parties that are silent now would have tolerated behavior like that from me or a whole bunch of my predecessors." While calling Trump's proposed tariffs bad for America, Obama said his large concern lies with what he describes as the White House's alarming overreach. "I'm more deeply concerned with a federal government that threatens universities if they don't give up students who are exercising their right to free speech," he said, and added, "The idea that a White House can't say to law firms, if you represent parties that we don't like, we're going to pull all our business or bar you from representing people effectively. That kind of behavior is contrary to the basic compact we have as Americans." Obama, who campaigned for Harris during the final stretch of the 2024 election, had warned that a second Trump term would endanger the nation's democratic norms. "Just because Trump acts goofy," Obama said at the time, doesn't mean his presidency wouldn't be dangerous. With Trump's second term underway, the voices of resistance are growing louder. Brooker added fuel to the movement by making history on the Senate floor. He delivered a 25-hour, 5-minute speech that broke the filibuster record previously held by segregationist Senator Strom Thurmond. Thurmond's 1957 filibuster, lasting 24 hours and 18 minutes, was aimed at blocking the Civil Rights Act. Brooker used his record-breaking speech to denounce what he called a deliberate dismantling of government at the hands of Trump, Elon Musk, and congressional Republicans. It always seemed wrong, Brooker said, referring to the Senate room still named after Thurmond, adding, "It seemed wrong to me when I got here in 2013. It still seems wrong today," he concluded. The New Jersey senator, a descendant of both enslaved people and slave owners, framed his marathon speech as a moral plea. Reading letters from Americans affected by deep cuts in policy, threats to Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, and SNAP. This is a moral moment, Brooker declared and added, "It's not left or right, it's right or wrong," he concluded. With Brooker's record-setting stand, Harris's reemergence, and Obama's warning shots, what once felt like fragmented frustration among Democrats may now be coalescing into something more deliberate, a resistance that is visible or is visibly on the move. "I'll see you out there," Harris said, and added, "I'm not going anywhere." Well, everyone, that is going to do it for today's legal breaking analysis reporting video. Please, if you guys did enjoy this video, consider hitting the bell icon. That is right next to the subscribe button down below on the right hand side below the screen here. It does not cost anything whatsoever. And clicking the bell icon and hitting the all notifications option. That way you get notified of every single breaking legal analysis video. You can also do so by following me on my social medias that I'll have linked down below. I am on Instagram, Snapchat, and Threads, as well as TikTok. Thirdly, ladies and gentlemen, please help me reach and achieve the overall channel goal of 150 plus subscribers. The reason why I'm saying 150 plus subscribers is because right after we reach and achieve the goal of 150 subscribers, we have more subscribers to reach and achieve right after we achieve and reach the goal of 150 subscribers. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, please stay positive, stay safe, and know that justice will prevail despite Donald Trump and his illegal administration's illegal and unconstitutional presidency and executive orders and illegal behavior.